Hello, welcome to my video of Tomb Raider 2 Glitchless tutorial. Today's gonna be about Bartoli's Hideout. Super technical level, hardest level of your early game, easily. So there's a lot to talk about, and let's go. First I'm gonna load a save from Venice, because there's something to do at the very start of Bartoli's Hideout. So, if you do nothing, that will happen. So as you can see, for 1 or 2 seconds, Lara is doing basically nothing. And then you can only move forward. But you can skip that. You can skip that slightly. By doing the same thing as you did in Great Wall at the first frame of a level, you remember that you were supposed to press forward so Lara get a forward momentum. We're gonna do exactly the same. And as you will see what it does. So you can see Lara has a slight animation, but she can instantly drive forward with a boat. So if you do that, you will save not 2 seconds or something, but you will save a small amount of time. So if you can do it, just do it. So you don't need to press action to get in the boat here. You just press forward and you don't need to press action. Some people think maybe that you need to press action to get in the boat. You don't. For this at least. When you enter from top of a boat, you don't really need to press action here. So you just press forward and then you press action to get the boost and etc. So that's basically it. And then you're gonna get on the boat at the right time. So look at when I'm getting on the boat, like here. Because this is a timing thing. If you do it too late, too early, you're gonna fall in the water. And if you do it too late, you're gonna be far away from where you want to be. You are further and you want to land on the left to have the best sequence. It's not really important as long as you don't fall in the water. This is not big time loss, so it's fine. But just think about it. So you want kinda start pressing forward here. Forward. You want to press left here. As you can see, she will land on the wooden part. So you want to press jump and left to get out of the boat, as usual. And then you want to perform a sequence, which is really easy. I'm just gonna save here to avoid redo everything. So let's save here. You don't want to kill those rats right now. You can, but it will be a waste of time. So what you want to do is you want to jump here and you want to kill one rat. This is really important to kill one rat because that guy is going to come. Because if you don't kill the guy, that can happen. So here it didn't happen, but sometimes because of the RNG of the previous rats, what can happen is that guy is despawned. He's triggered, but is despawned, and it changed completely the sequence you're gonna have to do. Because if he's kinda despawned, he's not technically despawned, but you can't see his skin because the game can only angle 5 enemies at the same time, basically, in the map. And what it does, if there is a 6th one, it's gonna make the one which is the furthest disappear. That's how it works. And you'll have a weird pathing and different pathing. And if you do that here, it's gonna stay close to the lever, and you don't want that. I'm gonna explain to you why. So as you can see here, you could see he appeared right in front of you, but I think he didn't appear. He was already here, you just couldn't see how it looks like. He was just invisible. So that's the reason you want to kill one rat. You don't want to kill one of the rats here, you want to kill one of the rats there. If you kill him, you prevent that out from happening. So you have 2 choices here. You can kill him and take his med on the way in. And it's relatively slow. You want to kill also one rat here for another reason I'm going to show you. Or what you can do is you kill the rat, of course, and you can do this. And you're gonna take the med pack on the way back. This is slightly faster because you don't have you are moving forward, and also because you're not waiting for the death animation to finish of a guy, so this is slightly faster. So basically how it works is you shoot him basically 11 times and then you move forward. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you keep shooting and that will happen. And this is good. So I'm gonna show you both cases. So there is a sequence. If you kill him the way I did, without any trouble, like he's not blocking you or something or going backward or whatever, he will die at the right spot. So you can do a good sequence here. I'm gonna show you. This is this. Okay, it didn't work here because I got the tunnel jump. For this sequence, you don't want to get a tunnel jump. You want to get normal jump like this, and you want to jump here. The sequence is you need to curve basically left for the first jump, then come back right, and then jump again, and you will land immediately on the med. So that's how it works. And if you don't want to, you can just jump 2 times like this and take the med like this. It's slightly slower, maybe 1 second. And also there is a different RNG for this guy. I'm gonna show you. So as you can see, he came really early. Oops. So as you can see, this is not as easy as it seems. So you want to curve left the first jump, then you come back right, and then you pick up the med. And then if you do a jump, the guy will be here. And if you if you do the other sequence, which is slightly slower, you will be at a different spot and can block you. So you want to be careful about that if you do that. Oops. Well, that didn't went as planned here. So as you can see, he will be already here. And he can block you like this. Well, here it's not too important. But if you try to cut the corner here, he can block you in the corner. So you have to be careful about that if you do that sequence. If you are starting the game, what I recommend is simply just kill him on the way in, and that's it. Like this. And then taking the med, and then going to the lever, and do whatever you want. Oops, not the right save. So just slightly explaining again one last time the hard sequence. You back twist, and you back twist pressing left a bit. Then you come back right to hit the wall, and you will be able to make the jump. If you don't do that, Lara won't be able to make the jump. So that's how it is. And if you get that right, there is slightly another quicker way. So you jump here, you keep jumping, keep the right if you can, and you wait for him to come here, shooting him, and take his med back, like this. So it's slightly faster than what I'm going to show you, because generally people don't do that, so I'm going to show what people usually does. People generally do that. So they generally wait for him and kill him. So you want to kill the rat here. I forgot to show why. People generally do that. So here, as you can see, it was really long to come. And then you take his med back. That's the sequence people generally do. That guy can be closer to you after you push the lever. And there is only one reason of that. It's because of the rats. So if you kill one rat, you will, if you kill one rat, the first guy won't despawn. And if you don't kill a second rat before pulling the lever, what will happen is this guy is going to take forever to come, because he will be spawned, but same way as the first guy I explained to you. He will have weird pathing RNG because there are already 5 entities closer to me, so he won't come until I'm close enough to him, and it generally start happening when I go on the bottom of the stair. So that's the reason he either can come really quick or really slow. That's the explanation. So you want to kill, if you want to be sure that it's gonna come really soon, quick, sorry, you need to kill 3 rats. And if you kill only 2, it will depend on the rat position, because depending if the rats are further or not of a guy, it will trigger or not. So that's how it works. Well, trigger is not the right word, but I'm sure you know what I meant. So I think that's enough for the sequence. So you do that. You do whatever you want here. It won't change the route at all. You pick up a meds. I'm gonna save here for the next room. The next room is, you have a couple of choices to do. If you can try to kill the rat if you can on the way in the room, because if you don't, this can be annoying later when you try to shoot another guy, because Lara will aim at the rats and not the guy, so that can be annoying. So whatever you do, the next guy will trigger on the next square here. He will trigger on the balcony, so you want to be ready to shoot him, and you want to jump to be able to target him and shoot him the most efficient way possible. So this is the easy way, and then you go where you're supposed to. Or you can have a slightly faster way. You jump once here, and you do side flip here. And you will kill him and be able to be quickly where you want to go. So this is really your choice. What you just want to be sure is, you want to be sure to be slightly diagonal. You don't want to be parallel of a square, of course, because if you're parallel and just side flip, you won't do anything like this. You want to be slightly diagonal from the square, like this. Do one jump, side flip, and he will die like this. So choose the sequence you want. First one is slightly slower, but you don't have anything to do, so this is easier, of course. And then you're gonna go where I'm gonna show you. So you're gonna try to avoid the blades. So you can or not have a running jump here. It really depends of where you are. So how it goes is, kill the guy, and you have another choice to make here. You can simply ignore at the first, because there's going to be a guy spawning there in the next square, and you're supposed to go to the left there where those blades are, and on the way back you can be damaged a lot by the guy, so you can either go kill this guy first, take his shotgun ammo for both routes, it doesn't matter, and then go to the blades, but it's slower what I'm gonna show you. So what I'm going to show you is this sequence. So you jump, you keep doing running jump, of course. You can jump over the blades. At the left is better because you avoid the blade, of course. So you want to jump on the left because it's easier. And then you can either use a flare. It's not in the flare sheet, so if you use a flare here to light the lever to be sure you hit it, you're gonna have to remove another flare somewhere. So think about that if you want to use a flare here. So you can use a flare, or you can use your guns as flare to light the room. So you just shoot, you draw your guns and pull the lever after you reach the lever. So this is a choice. Or if you're really confident, what you can just do is you can just do it in the dark. But this is not really too advanced, but I don't recommend that when you start. What I recommend is just using your pistols, and it saves a flare, and it's pretty easy, so you're good. Generally what's happening is you just do a jump here, you do a second jump here, you do a third jump here, and you just curve forward. You just keep pressing forward and curve left, and you will reach the lever almost every time. So whatever you do, pull the lever, of course. The blades are going to be deactivated. Oops. And as you can see, there is a guy coming. This is the guy I didn't kill. So as you can see, you can shoot him. He can shoot you. Sorry. So here it was really good RNG, because instantly when you shot him, he turned around and went away. But sometimes he can just still go to you and shoot you like a man, and it's gonna do a lot of damages. So that's why when you start, I recommend killing the guy before going to the blades, because when you start, you really have trouble with meds, so you want to save some health. So if you're confident with meds, do the strat I just showed you. If you're not, just kill the guy first. And pick up, of course, his ammo. And as you can see, there is a rat here. So if I was unlucky, the rat would have been closer, and Lara would have shot the rat instead of a guy. So that's why you want to kill as many rats as you can on the way back. And if you see Lara is shooting the guy, because generally what you do is when you shoot something and you keep holding the action button, Lara only targets one enemy. So if you want Lara to switch target, you need to stop pressing action and then press it again, and she will be likely to switch target. That's something very minor that you need to know. So whatever you do, you pick up, did I pick up? Yeah. You pick up a shotgun, and you're gonna perform a small sequence, which is pretty easy. So you want to reach the ladder, but what you want to avoid is doing something like that. For example, here I can't reach the ladder, or landing here, because you're gonna have to jump a bunch of time to reach the ladder. There is an easy way to there is an easy spot to jump from, and you will be able just sure to be right under the ladder. Basically, there is a line here, a line with the ground, and you want to jump from here. Basically, you want to jump from here. Start your jump from here, and you will reach the ladder every time. Do a running jump, of course, and you will see that you reach the ladder every time. So if you can add a running jump here, it's cool. And if you can't, it's okay, just run, and it will still be faster than jumping for like 2 or 3 times. It will be faster. Also, you want to try to be you want to land at the right of the ladder, not on the left. The reason is you're going to go there. So if you grab here, you will have to shimmy all the way to the right, but if you are closer to the right, you won't have that distance to go. Also, you don't want to be too much to the right like this, because if you are too much to the right, Lara won't be able to have the faster shimmy, this faster climbing animation like this. You will have to shimmy once and then climb. That will be faster. Whatever you do, you want to land there. Okay, and we're gonna perform a jump, easy jump. So we're not doing the balcony jump. You can maybe see some old runs doing it in Glitchless, doing this jump. That jump is not allowed anymore. It has been considered as a glitch for a year or something. So if you see old runs using that, it's not because they cheated or whatever, it's because the rule didn't exist. So now what you have to do is you have to reach that red thing. You have to slide on here. So here I messed up because my angle was bad, but I tried to do it fast, but so you just need to jump on the red thing, red slope, grab here and shimmy. Of course, if you land where I just landed, you will lose time. What you want to do is you want to land at the very left possible, so you don't have to shimmy that much. So you want to do a jump like this, and you will be closer from where you want to land. So you'll have to shimmy less. Not gonna enter into details in that jump. It's just you just curve here and jump at the left and you shimmy. Nothing special. And you shimmy until that part. So this is one square here. So you want to enter the last square when you want to climb up. Basically there is a small line here. You want to try, you want to start climbing after this small line. And you want to do a back twist jump. And you want to keep going there and do this jump. So this jump that can be relatively tricky. You don't want to jump too early because you won't make the jump. So what I do is generally I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. I jump early here, so that's the reason she didn't make the jump, because I jumped at the fifth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you jump and you make the jump every time. So like this. So one small thing, so as you can see, if I just press forward and right during the back twist, I'm gonna hit the wall slightly. And you can do something slightly different. You can do a twist, keep holding forward press right, of course, but hold the walk button. And if you hold the walk button, she's gonna land like this, and you will be able to turn and do the same sequence. So here it's not slightly faster or whatever, it's basically the same time, but this is something I'm telling you, if you see me doing those kind of stuff, it can be really faster at some places, so yeah, you want to do that. Also, yeah, I forgot, you need to light a flare during the process of doing that part, because you're gonna need the flare for the next part. So you want to light a flare here and make the jump here. So the next jump is not a drop. It's not a jump, it's a drop. It can be slightly tricky. So what you can do to be safe is just jump here, roll, and jump here. But first you're gonna lose health, and it's slower than what I'm gonna show you. So you can do a drop here, just like this, and you're gonna flare cancel this landing, and you're good to go. So it seems easy, but some people really have trouble with it, mainly because what they do is they just run and do that. So that can happen really easily if you just run. So this can work, but it's a bit more tricky than if you do what I'm gonna tell you. So what you want to do is you want to still go the same way, the same angle. So basically the angle is this one. And what you want to do is you want to roll right before falling like this, up. So as you can see, she started the roll animation. And the reason you'd want to do that here, it's because rolling is slightly faster than running. And because rolling is slightly faster than running, when you will roll off an edge, you will go slightly further than if you just run off the same edge. And why it's helping you here, it's because you will have a better forward momentum and you will go slightly further than with running. So you will have much more chance to land where you want to. Basically, the rolling here make it work every time unless you really have a bad angle. Like if you really want to mess up, you really need to be like something like this or something. If this is a bad angle, so. But really, if you roll and have this kind of angle, it will always work. So you want to roll here and you will make it every time. So one last thing, when you do the previous jump, you don't want to climb from this spot, because if you climb from this spot, the drop is going to be hard, you will have to curve, etc. So you want to climb on the right of a tile. So whatever you do, you pull out your guns and you're going to kill 2 dogs. Easiest way to do it is to just stay on the right of a stair, do a twist here, kill them like this, and do another twist to get back in the right way. It's pretty easy, I'm not going to enter too much detail. You just don't want to be on the left of a stair, because that will happen, and you don't want to lose that much health. You stay on the right, run around them, and you kill them. So you, depending of when you finish to kill them, because there can miss shots, you can back twist or not. So if you land here like I did, you don't need to twist, because you are not going to be. 1, 2, 3. We are not going to go there. We're going to go there. So if you land here, what you can do is you can just do that. But if you kill them fast enough, like this, you can just do a twist and be in the right spot to go. But if, for example, Lara is shot, or you lose luck or etc., you can just do that and that. This is your choice. Oops. And then you're gonna kill the next guy that just appeared on the screen. So there is 2 ways of dealing with that. You can just stare on him and kill him like this to avoid damage and etc. And then go where you were supposed to go, which means the balcony. Or what you can do is, oops, pull out my gun. You can roll and keep going backward, but that can happen if you're unlucky. So this is slightly faster, but there's a risk. As you can see, that guy went away. And sometimes what you can do is you can just stay away for like 10 seconds or easily and go do some stuff in the stairs and stay there. So that's a big time loss, and I don't recommend that when you start. This is really relatively advanced if you don't want to get trolled. Because the reason you kill that guy is you're gonna open the next door, and if you open the next door, he's gonna come back for sure, and you're gonna have an ambush, and you don't want to deal with an extra guy with a gun in this ambush. That's the reason. So this is good RNG, for example. Okay, never mind, this is bad RNG. So as you can see, it can troll you this way. And if it does that, this is automatically big time loss. So this is as you want. You can stay or not. Whatever you do, kill him. And go to the balcony and equip the shotgun. We're not gonna kill the next guy, but we're gonna need the shotgun soon. So the sequence is really easy. It's this one. You just jump, stay on the left, hit the fence, and you will be able to do a second run jump. I see some people do some stuff like this, thinking it's faster, but that can happen. Or you can even stumble against the wall and etc. The easiest and fastest way is to just, you go to the left here, and you're gonna hit the guy, so the guy will instantly stop shooting you. So that's save health. And you will be in the right spots to do another end jump and break the window. And then you want to deal with ambush. The ambush is simple. Shoot that guy twice, shoot the dog once, shoot that guy once with shotgun, and you don't have shotgun anymore. So if you wait Lara is gonna draw the pistols again, and you're gonna have to draw it back. There is a slightly better way, an easy way to avoid that. You can avoid Lara drawing the pistols again, and it's really easy. So first I'm gonna show you the ambush again. So you jump here, you wait slightly, 1, 2, back, 1, and it doesn't matter if you're close to the position where you want to go, because Lara will take forever to draw the shotgun back. So if you want to avoid the pistol draw animation again, you're gonna have to press the hotkey for the shotgun. And if you press the hotkey for shotgun, Lara won't draw the pistols again, as you can see. So this will save 1 second. And you want to push this block 2 times. And you want to be at the right when you're pushing them, for a reason I'm going to show. So here I'm at the right spot. You have two things to do. Two way of doing the next part. You step back and do that. Easy sequence. And there is a slightly harder sequence where you just do that. So it saves 1 small jump here. It's slightly harder because there is the risk of hitting the wall if you don't angle right, like this. So if you don't angle right, that will happen. But it's not too bad, so this is really your choice. So yeah, if you land on the left, you won't be able, so for example, if you push a block from here, you will see that landing here, you won't be able to side flip, and you won't, this jump will be much harder to do. So you want to push a block from the right and do one of the 2 sequences I just showed you. You can kill the right if you want, doesn't matter. You roll the edge here to save some frame. You don't have to, of course, and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, and you do that sequence, and you will be able to keep running. This is easy, and you will, because the reason you want to delay is if you jump early, that will happen, and if you jump too late, you will lose health because of the blades, and you will stumble. So you want to be careful about that. So basically, you want to jump from here, because if you jump from here, you're gonna hit the ceiling here, and you'll be able to jump immediately here and keep going. So here, the reason I stumbled is because if you got the perfect sequence, you can instantly jump on the slope, and you will make a stumble-less sequence. But generally, you will jump slightly earlier than you should. So you have to delay slightly the slope jump, and you will make it. So here I didn't do it enough. So delay, up and jump, and you'll be able to keep running. You don't want to delay too much, obviously, because there is a blade. So you don't want to delay like this. So here I was lucky because I was really on the left, so blades are weird RNG hitbox. If you wait too much, that will happen, and you lose health. And you want to avoid that. So this is the sequence basically, and you want to keep going. And once you're here, you want to do another sequence. So basically I can 4 jump to a standing jump. So here it didn't work because I'm speaking. So because I inventoried, I probably forgot my quantic step sequence, but whatever. So here, if you land here really on the edge, you won't be able to make a running jump during the sequence. I'll show you. You will have to do, oops, not this. So if you land here, you have to do 2 standing jump here to make it. And if you got a good sequence like this, you can standing jump here and do a running jump here. So this is, you have to be careful of where you land the first time. Depending where you land, it will change your sequence. If you land here, for example, you can do a running jump. But if you land here, you won't be able to make the running jump the second time. So this is it really depends where you land on the first platform. And if you jump too early, also, of course, if you do 2 standing jump, you will fall in the water. So here it didn't happen, but if you jump really early like this, you won't make it like this. So you have to be careful. What I do is generally I land here, and if I land here, I'm able to curve a bit and do a running jump. And if I really messed up my sequence, I just do 2 standing jump and it's fine. Running jump is slightly faster, but if you fail it, it's not faster anymore, so sometimes better be safe here. So here I'm too close, for example, so I'm gonna do 2 standing jump and extra. So next room is it will be fast room, but there's a big jump. So the next square is gonna open the door and trigger a guy. So when you wanna have your gun out during the sequence, and you want to immediately shoot that guy here, because if you don't kill him, he's gonna annoy you. So if you just don't worry about falling off the edge here, you won't fall off the edge because the door is stopping you, so you don't have to press walk or anything, just stop pressing forward and you will be fine because the door will slightly block you while opening. And then what you want to do is you want to position on the right of the square. So if you land here, for example, when you're shooting him, while you're shooting him, you just sidestep to get that position. So here I'm not sure it worked. No, it worked, okay. Anyway, oops. You don't want to draw the shotgun, of course. So you shoot him. Oops. If you can. You sidestep here, and when he dies, you're gonna backstep and do this jump. So this jump is pretty easy. Just jump here. No hard things. You don't want to land here on the very left of the chandelier because we want to go there. If you're really a beginner, what you could do is simply do that. So this is simple, but if you land here, what you can do is you can just do that and it's faster. So depending where you climb on the chandelier, you will have a faster sequence or not. So you just press forward and left and jump and do a running jump and it will work every time. If you land here. If you are too much right, like this, you will have to delay slightly your jump. Like this. And if you are too much to the left, this is a problem like this. You won't be able, Lara will fall and not be able to make the jump. So be careful about that. Also, if you miss something or unfall here, for example, quickly jump on this thing and you will be fine. And be careful about the dogs, of course. Dogs can't reach you from here. And then you're just able to do climb here, curve here, and do the same thing. So just if you land here, just do a running backflip here, running twist here, and you're fine. Whatever you do, you're gonna pull the lever. So here I draw the guns on turn because it's faster. Pull the lever, pull the guns here because it cancels a small cinematic. Jump on this chandelier, jump again, and pull that lever. And try to be on the left of a lever when you pull it because of the next thing I'm gonna show you. So this is the whole sequence. Up. So if you just back here and press right slightly, you can just do a running jump directly. You don't have to think about falling off the edge or whatever. If you just do 2 normal running jump, it will work every time. You will land on the chandelier and on the next platform. No problem. And then there is the next jump. The next jump is this one, if I can make it. It's not going to work here. I'm not even going to try. it will be this jump, because you want to land and you want to reach the key. So this jump is really hard. It's called the Bartoli's jump. And the way I showed you is the completely YOLO way. So the completely YOLO way for me is I have a sequence which is really strong for it. That's why I'm recommending you, if you do it, to pull the lever from the left. Because if you do it from here, it will change the sequence, of course. What I do is I pull the lever from left. I draw weapons. And then I run here and I count 1, 2, 3, 4 step and jump. Then count 3 step and jump again. And I need to get the right angle and I need to do a late grab. So this is really hard jump when you start. So this way of doing the jump is only for advanced player. My sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4. Slightly curve, 1, 2, 3, jump, grab late, roll, and you do it. You don't need to roll to make it, but if you roll immediately, you just will land on the key after rolling. So it's the best way. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slightly curve left, 1, 2, 3. So here I curved a bit more because it's hard to stop curving while speaking and explaining. But that's how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slightly curve left, 1, 2, 3. Late grab, roll, and you make it. So this is my way of doing the jump, YOLOing it. So it's maybe not gonna work, yeah. So it didn't work because I didn't jump from the... I'm gonna show you because it's not too easy to explain. So I jump from here, basically. So you're supposed to jump from the corner of a chandelier to make it work. So here, because I was here, I wasn't close enough. So the reason I curve left before being on the chandelier is because if I don't do it... Oh, here it still works, for example, but I got trouble doing it if I didn't curve to the left. Of course, now it works, but I got trouble doing it if I don't curve. That used to happen. I couldn't count the third jump, the first step, because before jumping. So I had to kind of do a 2.5 step sequence, and I didn't feel comfortable with it. So that's why I just curve left here. So I can make the 1, 2, 3 jump and make the jump. So that's the YOLO way. There is a setup for this jump, which is pretty easy. So you just run here, go to the corner here, and you want to line up this way. So whatever visual point you get, because I never done the setup. So because I never done the setup, I don't know what are the visual points. There is maybe Lara's right hand here, which is kind of line up with a black red texture here. Or you can just use like this corner here is line up with Lara's symmetry or whatever. So that's, I guess, one of the other way to do it. But whatever, you need this lineup. And just quickly mentioning about the lineups, by the way, I'm playing with a resolution of 640 to 480. So because I use this resolution, I will have my own visual points to get to line up. But if you use a different resolution, well, it's not about the resolution, it's about the aspect ratio. If you got a different aspect ratio than 640 by 480, you'll have different lineups. So every arbitrary lineups I'm gonna show you are gonna be different for you. So once you get this lineup, you just step back here once, jump to time, do a running jump, and grab, and you will make it. So this is really simple. Just get the lineup here, like this, jump to time, and jump and grab, and you will make it. You can do it with one jump too. You need to just grab a bit later. Like you can't grab immediately, you need to grab relatively late. But it's not too bad, it's not really precise, just jump once, do running jump, and grab, not immediately, and it will work. So the two jumps make sure that you will make it. And the one jump is just if you don't want to grab immediately after jumping. So this is easy setup, and you should be able to make this jump every time. And if you really have trouble even with a setup, you can just do, it's not intended way of course, but you can just jump on this chandelier. Oops. Turn here, jump here, grab, you will land here, and do a safe jump, safe drop. So you just back, press action, not hold in action, you just press action, so there are the action animation, and you will land here. So this is really if you're desperate about that jump. But you should be able to make this jump. Whatever you do, grab a key, and you're gonna jump to fire. Just gonna kill dogs to show something. So what you're going to do is you're going to jump here. But some people might argue this is a glitch or whatever, but you go through this texture basically, because if you try to go over fire, you will be likely to be sent a fire. You can avoid it, but it's pretty hard. But this is not a glitch because this is a texture, but this is not a wall. This doesn't have physical aspects, so Lara can just go through it and it's fine. So you want to jump like this basically, but if you jump too late like I just did, you will be sent on fire. And because there is water under it, you can save it by just using a med before going in the water, but you will lose a med of course, so be careful about it. So you do a stunning jump here, you curve and you jump. So here I completely messed it up, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, I can't do it anymore. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, because I was curving too early. Okay, that's why. So you want to jump. You don't want to curve immediately. You want to wait, and here you curve. So basically, after Lara, there is a step here. There is a step here. You want to try it. You want to start curving after Lara reach the step. So it's like this, and you jump. You do a back twist. You don't have to twist here. You will make the same jump if you don't twist. But twisting makes you face the right way for the next part. So up, curve here. Delay slightly. So what I do is I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, and curve here, and it works. You can do it with 3, I think. Yeah, you can do it with 3, no problem, it's the same thing. If you have trouble with health or with dogs, you can shoot them, but I never do that. But you can, of course. If you have trouble doing it the YOLO way, you can just, when you start, you can just kill them and line up and do this. It's exactly the same. You start jumping right after Lara, climb the stair, and it works. You fall in the water, you're gonna use the key here. But you just picked up. I'm gonna take a large here. So if you do the beginner route, you will be likely to use a large for this level. And if you are doing the hard route, you'll be likely to use small only or nothing, depending on how things goes. So this is the best thing that can happen. Like, if my spreadsheet is theoretical, of course, so I'm just explaining you how many meds you're supposed to take according to the spreadsheet, or use, of course. So if you had difference with med, like if you have to take 2 meds for Bartoli, just pick up 1 extra somewhere that in a place that I mentioned. So whatever you take, go here, and you're gonna trigger a guy, and there would be a difference here between the hard and the easy route. So the easy route just requires you to kill that guy, because he's dropping a med, a small one. For the hard route, you don't pick up that med because it takes 5. You lose more than 5 seconds killing that guy and picking up the med, so it's not worth it for the hard route. Oops, sorry. So you want to reach that level with a better way. Oh my god. Need to jump earlier, sorry. So you jump immediately here. Whatever. So because my jumping sequence before saving was bad, I need to curve a bit here. Whatever, you pull the lever, and if you need to kill the guy, you kill the guy, and if you don't need to kill the guy, you don't kill the guy. And there is going to be the ambush that will drain your health. So basically how it works is you need to hit that square to open the door, because the door won't open if you don't hit that square. And then you need to make a jump. And the RNG is really annoying, as you will see. So the jump you want to make is this one. You want to make this jump and grab here. You can do it without grabbing, but I never recommend it to anyone to do that, except if you're really looking for optimizations. You just want to grab unless you got the perfect position. So as you can see, they're annoying, so doing this jump can be tricky. Because they can even push you to the water and etc. And if they push you in the water, it's time loss, but it's not tricky. You want to jump here and do it. So there is no magic way of doing it because RNG will always be different. But basically you want kinda wait until the door starts to open. And once the door is open, you kinda want to slide along to it, like this, and jump at the right time and grab. And if it doesn't go well, like for example you miss the jump, doing something like that or whatever, you fall in the water, you just go here, climb, back twist and go there, and we'll be at the same spot. So how it works is simple. Just land here, slightly turn. Oops, sorry about that. Because I was too close to the left, something. Curve, back twists, and you jump here again, and you'll be fine. There is a way to avoid having crazy RNG, I'm going to show you. But before that, I'm just going to show you one more time. So that can happen too. So if this is happening, if your angle is too parallel to the wall. So you want to be a bit diagonal, like this, to be sure to make it. So there is a way to avoid damages and crazy RNG around you. You just go here, roll, wait a bit, and go here, and you will see that you will be free of doing the jump however you want. So this is the easy way. It's a bit slower, but it saves health, that's for sure, because you don't have any problem. Like this, you'll not shoot, or whatever. And this is easier to make the jump. It's slightly slower, but it's completely safer. So depending how risky you want to be and etc, you do it or not. This is a really, really good alternative to do this jump. And you want to climb here at the right, because climbing at the right here gives you a better sequence. So you could just gonna show you. You could just climb here, turn like this and climb here, but you wouldn't have the best sequence for the part incoming, so you want just emerge here, run here, do like this, climb if you can, okay, and do this sequence. Sequence simple, you just do running jumps, and if you curve slightly, you will be able to make a last running jump here and climb, and that's it. And then you want to go here, and you want to make this jump. So this is something really important and really dumb, is that if you press jump, you won't make the jump. But if you press action plus forward, you will make the climb. So I don't really know how it works, but basically if you press jump here, you won't be able to grab the edge. But if you press action and forward, it will work. So if you can't do it, it's because you're pressing jump. And then here, you just jump here, draw a flare, drop here, and use it, and fall in the end of a level. And this is Bartoli's Hideouts. You can avoid using the last flare, but because spreadsheet is already done, and because the route is already set, and because anyway for beginners it might be better to flare cancel here, I won't show the flareless strat here. So that's gonna be it. Really hard level, you're gonna need to practice a lot of this, and thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.